Well, this is Wayne World News right here. I'm out and about in the city, in Harlem. And you're going to hear a lot of background noise because I'm out in the city, y'all. I came outside because I really want people outside to hear me too. Not only people on Facebook. Well, that's not what I want. This is Wayne. Oh, for y'all, hold on real quick. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm also recording on two screens, so I had to pause this one and came back to you. Hey, let's get back to what I'm saying. This is Wayne World News. You with Wayne Murray Cook of Fortitude SCS Inc. SCS stands for Solution Credit Services. Fortitude SCS Inc. is the strength and courage behind all real estate transactions. We have helped buyers, sellers, landlords, renters close deals that seem impossible to many. The only thing we could not do when that seemed very impossible is if you had bad credit. We couldn't help you. Yeah, cash expeditures. Cash expeditures is where you had to go, bro. Cash expeditures. Cash expeditures. Hold on, let me get this. Yeah, so cash expeditures is what most people with bad credit have to deal with. And when you do not have excellent credit, you're considered to be in credit prison. So, let me tell you something, yo. There's a lot of setups out there to keep you in credit prison, I fear. You don't know. And this is the time, yo. I'm going to tell you something. Y'all didn't hear this on the news, y'all. Y'all did not hear this in the news ever. But you want to hear from Wayne World News right now. An exclusive information that came out in 2019 that you never heard in the news. For the first time in American history, we decreased our credit card deficit, and the average credit score went up in America. It went up. The average American's credit score went up in 2019, y'all. You did not hear that on the news. That's not information you're going to see promulgated, and you probably don't want to hear from me because I told you first. But I want you to know, because if you don't know, that information is going to get you where it hurts. What I'm trying to say is this. The credit score system, the FICO score, the Vantage score, it's not for you, really. It's a setup for you to pay high interest rates to the bank. It's a setup so the banks basically try to find reasons to charge you higher interest rates. Well, let's keep it simple. Little kids don't even know how the banks get paid. How do banks get paid, y'all? How do they get paid when they lend money to you? How do they get paid, y'all? Do y'all know that question? Y'all know that simple question? How do they get paid? Y'all don't know. The reason why, because y'all don't go get educated, yo. But I'm gonna give you some education because that's why I'm here for you. Because I know I'm around too many African Americans going through too many goddamn problems, dealing with their family members who are also going through problems, that so many of you don't even care about this information. But I'm going to tell you, one day you will. I'm going to give you this testimony. This lady is 60 years old that's working with me. 8 months ago, she had no credits, yo. She only used everything on cash expenditures, G. She bought everything. Because when she was 20, she got screwed on her credit and lost a lot of money and stayed away from it. Dead it. When she turned 60, after living in her residence for 40 years, she had to move and find a place for the first time. And guess what happened to her? Like I said, Strength and Career, real estate company. We can help everybody, but when it comes to your credit, I don't care who you are. 50 years old, 20 years old, driving a Bentley, any type of car. If your credit is not right, you will get rejected day and night. So listen to me, or go keep paying more money to the banks. I see. Because this information I'm giving you is true. Now look, the FICO score is not for you. Why I say that? Do y'all know that Congress had an interview with the 3 top leaders of Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion? And do you know that in that meeting, they ask them a simple question. Why do people have to why do they have to check your credit for insurance? What does insurance have to do with payments to insurance company? Why do insurance company need to know what's going on with your credit? It's just that there's so many setups. Do you know this? That this credit score is not for the people, but it's for the banks. The banks is looking for risk people to lend to, because every time they lend to you and you're at risk, they get to charge you interest payments at a higher rate. I don't want to give you 2% interest. And even lately, the banks are not happy because a lot of people, credit's been going up. Because we are becoming a lot more smart in America, that now they're changing the system, y'all. They're making it even harder. So let me explain to you real quick. I hope I can put it in layman terms so you can see. Let's say you get a lease for a car, right? Y'all know how a lease work, right? A lease has basically $15,000 on the car, right? You know how the lease work. That's how the lease work. But the new FICO score 10, what it's going to do is, it's going to, like, utilization basically say that you use this much of your utilization. That means your score is going to drop. But before, when you took on a lease, they didn't put the whole entire loan on the credit. They just put the monthly payments you're making towards the lease payment. Let's say you now get a lease, they're going to throw the whole $18,000 on your credit, which then shows that you have a high utilization, which means you're using a lot of money and you're paying towards it. And after a certain number of payments, then your score starts to go up. That makes it harder for your score to go up. It makes it easier for your score to drop. It makes it more money for the banks. And that's what I want to tell you today. I'm trying to tell you how they're setting you up. The FICO score 10 is not really being fully implemented because it takes like 2 to 3 years for these companies to spend the money to get this system working smoothly. So they're still using the FICO 8 system, which keeps track of our scores consistently. So let's say you get a house now. I told you about a lease. Because remember, the FICO score is used by the banks to determine if they're going to give you a loan at a lower interest rate. But they're looking to give you a higher interest rate because the money you pay them back, they don't care about. They only care about the interest they're going to get on top of the money you pay back. You only care about pleasing other people in the streets and getting approved so you could go talk to somebody and say, yo, look at my car. Oh, that's a nice car. Trust me, y'all. I see it all day. I just had a girl walk out of this building talking to somebody, say that's a nice car, and I knew he just leased it. And the dude just smiled. He didn't say nothing, he just smiled. And that's what we do all day. We don't say anything when people say, yeah, you got a nice car and all that stuff. We just smile at them. I don't think I'm getting a good view right there. Let's change the view. No, you can keep it there. So I'm gonna get off. Trying to save minutes, and I know y'all don't let me going that long. But that was it. That's all I gotta say to you. That the credit system is set up to hurt you, and I don't want them to hurt you anymore. Wayne World News.